So RFK Jr. is testifying in Congress today, and I'm on vacation, as you can tell from my bedhead, so I don't exactly have time to watch the entire hearing. But I did find some ridiculously insane clips of him being a lunatic, including this one where he goes back and forth with Colorado Senator Michael Bennet.
Characterize it any way you want. I quoted them today. What I said was accurate. What you said were lies. You described moving the Titanic.
Are you saying that the mRNA vaccine has never been associated with myocarditis or pericarditis in teenagers?
I am simply.
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I am simply trying to say that the people that you have put on that panel, after firing the entire.
You're evading the question.
No, I'm asking the questions here,
You're
Mr.
evading
Kennedy.
that question.
I'm asking the questions,
I
Mr.
asked
Kennedy.
You a question.
I'm asking the questions for Mr. Kennedy on behalf of parents and schools and teachers all over the United States of America who deserve so much better than your leadership. That's what this conversation is about, Mr. Chairman.
Senator, they deserve the truth, and that's what we're going to give them for the first time in the history of that agency.
Yes, the guy whose entire campaign promise was, I have talked to God, and God told me that I'm meant for more. Literally, RFK Jr., every campaign stop, he would be like, I've prayed to God for years to put me in a position of power to help the people. When he's not bragging about being a Kennedy, obviously. I really don't think this guy's concerned with the truth. You know what else causes myocarditis, RFK Jr.? COVID. But these freaks are so anti-vaccine that now in Florida, they are getting rid of all vaccine mandates, not just COVID, all of them. Here's the Florida Surgeon General, Joseph Lopatto, comparing vaccine mandates to slavery.
What I'm most excited about is an announcement that we're making now, which is that the Florida Department of Health, in partnership with the governor, is going to be working to end all vaccine mandates in Florida law. All of them. All of them. All of them. Every last one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Every last one of them. All of them. Every last one of them. Every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery. Okay? Who am I as a government or anyone else, or who am I as a man standing here now to tell you what you should put in your body? Who am I to tell you what your child should put in your body? I don't have that right. Your body is a gift from God. What you put into your body is because of your relationship with your body and your God. I don't have that right. Government does not have that right. They want you to believe they have that right. And unfortunately, they've been successful.
So, my body, my choice when it comes to vaccines that save lives, but not abortion. Apparently, government can't mandate that all the kids that are going to school have to get vaccines, but government can mandate whether or not I have a baby. This is going to cause so much needless suffering and death in the state of Florida. It's horrifying. Measles is making a comeback. These guys are trying to bring back freaking polio. RFK Jr. also had the audacity to go up against my senator, Ron Wyden, and claim that Wyden doesn't care about chronic illness at all.
Donald Trump should fire him before more people are hurt by his reckless disregard for science and the truth. I also would like to note Senator Cantwell has joined us in this effort. I hope, at the very least, Robert Kennedy has the decency to tell the truth this morning.
Senator, you've sat in that chair for how long? 20, 25 years, while the chronic disease in our children went up to 76%. And you said nothing. You never asked the question why it's happening. Why is this happening? Today, for the first time in 20 years, We learned that infant mortality has increased in our country. It's not because I came in here. It's because of what happened during the Biden administration that we're going to end.
I'm going to let Senator Wyden respond briefly to that, and then we're not going to go over like we just did.
Defend this committee on a bipartisan basis. Colleagues, my cabinet secretary says that we have no interest in chronic care. Mr. Secretary,
Mr. Chairman, could we have regular order, please?
We are in the process of turning around the Medicare program with the chronic care bill that Chairman Hatch, when he was chairman, and this committee put together on a bipartisan basis.
And again, you know what causes infant mortality and maternal mortality to raise, for what it's worth? Abortion bans, cuts to rural health care, which is what was in the beautiful bill, anti-vaccine swamp monsters running the entire Department of Health and Human Services. Maybe that has something to do with the raise in infant mortality, RFK. He's so gross. I can't even stomach any more clips of him. He is so disgusting, and listening to him talk just like hurts my brain. I feel like my frontal lobe has been put in a freaking meat grinder when he opens his damn mouth. But I will say, with Ron Wyden, speaking of Oregon, Oregon, Washington, and California are joining together to create a West Coast Health Alliance. This dog is all for the West Coast Health Alliance, right, Ginger? It says California, Oregon, and Washington to launch new West Coast Health Alliance to uphold scientific integrity and public health as Trump destroys CDC's credibility. Yesterday, California Governor Gavin Newsom, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek, and Washington Governor Bob Ferguson announced they will launch a new West Coast Health Alliance to ensure residents remain protected by science, not politics. The alliance represents a unified regional response to the Trump administration's destruction of the U.S. CDC's credibility and scientific integrity. President Trump's mass firing of CDC doctors and scientists and his blatant politicization of the agency is a direct assault on the health and safety of the American people. The CDC has become a political tool that increasingly peddles ideology instead of science, ideology that will lead to severe health consequences. California, Oregon, and Washington will not allow the people of our states to be put at risk. Because while RFK Jr. is proudly screeching on Capitol Hill today that he fired a bunch of scientists, the West Coast is coming together to protect their people. Because science is not political. The health of our people, the health of our children is not political. And vaccines work. There's literally a reason why polio doesn't exist anymore, and it is because of vaccines. But we live in the upside down, where RFK Jr. runs the health department, and uneducated psychopaths who don't understand how it could possibly be that we're testing more for chronic illness, that it must be vaccines that are causing more chronic illness. These psychopaths are now running our country, and they are running our health. And I know all you MAGA who like to eat ivermectin and drink raw milk are super excited about this, but unlike doing those two things, not getting vaccinated will affect the people around you. So I encourage you to drink all the raw milk you want and eat all the ivermectin you could possibly want. Do it twice for all I care. But if you are anti-vaccine, don't have kids. Or at the very least, don't send them to public school. And if you live in Florida and you care about the health of your children, get out. No good is going to come from any of this. And I personally am glad that I live in a state that cares about my health and well-being. I am so glad there is this West Coast Health Alliance. Because I actually do suffer from a chronic illness. I have rheumatoid arthritis. And the last person I would go to health advice for is the rotten tomato that's been sitting in the sun for too long, known as RFK Jr.